Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Epic 22. It's time to get into map number 2 of our series between Enclave and London Lynx. London Lynx took a very close map. It was 16-11 on Inferno. Now we are over to Cash, and well, our resident expert, Mr. Critical, has said it's a 2-1. He thinks it's going to be a 2-1 series.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't know. I think just based on how Enclave play, they've got really good aim. They are a pretty solid team, so I think they will be able to get it. It looks like London Lynx possibly won the knife round. They're going to pick the CT side, and Enclave start on the T side. I'm pretty sure this is the opposite of what happened. No, it was the same as what happened on Inferno. With London Lynx on the CT side start, Enclave on the T side start. Should be a close map again. That's what I'm expecting anyway. Our resident expert Critical said that Enclave are going to take this map, and I think, you know, I'm going to go for a prediction. I think Enclave will take this map as well.
Yeah, but if London Lynx want to take this map, this is the way to start it off. The CT side, dominance here on Cash. If they can keep that defensive rolling, then you know that can be a decent shot. But recently, in recent times, you know, we've seen a lot more teams shift their focus to trying to become more T-sided, so that way they can work on their weaknesses. And in that case, it's actually kind of tipped the balance of maps in a way that few would have predicted it would have gone. So let's see if they can pull it off here. It's London Lynx on the CT side, the pistol round ready to get started. We've got the Kevlar, we've got the utility buy on Shiki and Shaney. Double flash smoke for Shiki. Shane just getting a single smoke out, but okay, Tech9 also come through. We'd like to see it pass off to one of the other teammates, maybe to play raid boss for this round. But for the moment, the T side make their way in towards mid and in towards A main. Fast, aggressive, fearless. Has to be the lone man to defend it. And he's going to hear all his footsteps. Spot JT crossing. Can't land a single headshot on the players. That cross does find Trials eventually, and Pickles challenging close range. Fearless does back off, but does spot him out towards the right-hand side of the electric box. 5-on-3 situation. The bomb will get planted, but a retake is favourable for London Lynx.
Shiki there getting taken down. He needed to get one there to keep his team in the round. 5 versus 2 now. Both these players on the site. One quad, one default. There goes Shaney. JT left alone. He's going to get taken down as well. London Lynx take the pistol round. The Tech9 not doing any work there for Enclave that round.
Yeah, interesting enough, no defuse kit for London Lynx, but that's all Gucci. Get themselves out. Defuse anyway. And decently locked out from Fearless as well, able to find himself 2 headshots. A little bit slow to wrap it on through. He didn't quite deny the bomb plant, but still denied the rest of the T-side force getting into the site. So did his job. Now the rest of the teammates to set up the retake, and 4 players will remain alive for it. So the buy-up comes through. There should be a T-side save as well, going for that early rifle round. Basic full eco here with the Glocks out. Shaney, JT, Shiki, Trials, and Pickles. Might look for a second bomb plant. That wouldn't be that bad. They haven't got a whole lot of utility to do so. So I imagine if they wanted to go for that, they might just go for a straight up rush, but they will go for a mid plate instead. A lot of damage being done as Trouble actually does burn 2 players on top of the boost spot. Molotov doing all the damage. That is not what we're expecting at all. Another grenade, and the UMP just going to do the rest of it. Cyber gets a pick in the meantime. Trouble triples down for a 3K. Getting it all on Shiki, who will get cleaned up by Cyber. All kills on the SMGs. Well, I say that, but yeah, all 2 kills were on a Molotov. Yeah. But still, 2-0 for London Lynx. Buy up coming in from Enclave.
I think the reason those 2 players died in the Molotov is just to try and avoid getting killed by those SMGs. They didn't want to get. I didn't want to let London Lynx get that farm money. Obviously,
that's actually surprisingly smart, actually.
Yes.
So I'm sitting there just
I think I saw someone look down at the Molotov when he was on boost, so I assume that's what they were doing. It may have just been they walked through it and died, but I think they were just trying to deny the SMG money.
It would have been SMG money that would have hurt the economy of Enclave, would have bolstered the economy of London Lynx. So far in towards the mid control, they will go once again. They tried this before in the pistol round. This time they got rifles to load. They have a firepower edge above the London Lynx side as Pickles will prove. Taking down Trials, looking for the second man here. NK will shut him down, but burns alive. While the Molotov doing so much damage. Sprays coming through, so awkward from JT, but eventually lines it up onto Trouble. 2-on-4 situation. And now we have Cyber and Fearless up for a retake. Good grenade down, but doesn't do the damage that he really would have wanted it to. And JT is allowed to cross as a result. He hears the footsteps though. Fearless, blind shot through the smoke. Takes him right back out of the action. Drops the bomb in the headshot area. But Shaney does try and back, taking out Cyber. Trying to get this bomb, pick it back up and get it on the site itself. 3 versus 1 situation for Fearless. This is difficult, but at the very least he has Trials and 15 HP. Can we walk off of that more than anything else?
Yeah, the problem is he only has the UMP left. He is just going to try and rush out. not doing too much, and he will get taken down from B main. London Lynx trying to get aggressive there and try and retake mid, but the problem there, you use your M4, the only M4 you have that round, you go up into vents, you just get taken down immediately, he doesn't get traded, and then Pickles is able to get a second one off that after he pushes vents. Obviously does get killed by the Molotov, but by then the B site's taken, and it's pretty much a round from Enclave. But London Lynx will be able to buy it again off this. If they lose this round though, it will be a hard double ego from them.
It's all about the war of attrition. AWP out for Fearless. M4s and for Mars out for everybody else. Limited on the utility, very light for London Lynx in this particular round. Meanwhile on the T side, they've got a full set of AKs. Quite a decent amount of utility as well. 4 smokes in total. 6 flashbangs in total. 3 Molotovs and a HE. Here's this default looking for an opening pick. But London Lynx, they've got smokes down there, covering off the angles that the T side could exploit. So they're just going to hold back, get a little bit of aggressive, but will not push too far ahead. It's actually Cyber, the man who may work off the aggression of the CT side. Out, doubles down, trying to get a second kill, but can't finish the job on Trials. Just get so close, yet so far. 12 HP. Trials will stay alive for the 4-on-4. 60 seconds still left for this default, this mid play to come up for the Enclave side.
Yeah, Enclave, got to be careful here. They do have a player on low HP. It is even at the moment, could favour them in that situation. London Lynx have no utility to try and stop this rush now from Enclave. And Enclave use these Molotovs. If they want to go B, you can do 2 Molotovs on site, that will clear it out completely. Obviously only 1 player on the site, 1 person in pit as well. Molotov onto default is going to force him back. NK is forced, in fact, even far forward next to his teammate. Trouble is able to take down Cheeky though. And this pit player is able to get 1, possibly going to get a second. No, puts it into a 2 versus 2. Both these players are fairly low HP. Shaney and Trials near the AWP from Fearless as well. No armor for him. The problem is now trying to retake no armor and an AWP is going to be a real big problem for him.
Shaney with a very good grenade, but it didn't land where he wanted it to. Low HP on both these players though, 55 and 12 on Shaney and Trials respectively. The M4 Trouble can do some serious damage. They try to flash their way on through, but Shaney shuts the first man down. Good tag, but Fearless just can't finish the job. 4 HP on Shaney and 12 on Trials. Fearless could have had that if he wanted it to. If he wanted to pick up that M4 and go committing, I have a feeling he may have been able to find those sprays and possibly get that defuse. I'm sure it would be a little bit close with no defuse kit, but either way, that will be London Lynx conceding a second to the T side. A total of 16 HP they get out of live with. Shaney and Trials must be counting their lucky stars at the end of that round.
Yeah, that was so lucky that was a tag. If he gets that, if he kills him on site there, he definitely goes for that. But the problem is his teammate goes down. That was the best chance to get onto the site. After that, you might as well save the AWP. You don't have any armor. You don't have a kit. Just go back, save the AWP for the next round. And he possibly could be more impactful here. Looks like he's going to go back towards A. And the rest of his team can go for some sort of stack like they are towards B and just one player in mid.
Towards checkers, Mr. Hui and K. Cyber locking down the B site. Pickles and Shaney will be the men to try and peek on through, and indeed Pickles will take down NK. Very little for them to work with currently in the situation here. Mr. Hui had a good angle. They'll actually take down Pickles, but JT able to finish off that job, and Cyber will also fall, so it leaves it up to Trouble and Fearless. Last 2 alive, coming in from CT Spawn, making their way into Tree and into Heaven, but a 4-on-2 situation, not really much for them to work with, and they haven't got the same sort of tag damage that they did in that last round, so Enclave should relatively easily be able to lock out this round, take themselves a third, take themselves back into the lead against London Lynx. And London Lynx don't really have much that they can work with at the moment here. Just to try and say this AWP, I think, is more the value for Fearless here. Is playing back in Z, hoping to catch off a rotating T-side player, but Trouble holding aggressive. Let's see if we can catch off one of the players as they cross, but yeah, it looks like the T-side are going to get off scot-free in this round, only losing a single player. Even backstab coming in from Cheeky. Trying to see if he can take down Fearless, and if he can do it, then that's going to be even greater for him. Trouble does take out Shaney, but Cheeky's watching this other side. Trouble should survive. Doesn't he? Yes, he does, but that still buys time for Fearless to rotate in, shut down one more player, do some damage, save that AWP, and put the T-side on more shaky ground. Yeah,
getting 3 kills there is really important. Even if they're winning rounds, Enclave, you need to try and keep them low. You cannot allow them to get too far ahead, especially in terms of the economy. And now London Lynx, they save the AWP again, but they can only get really a half buy around it. This isn't a bad buy. They just need to try and work off this AWP. Let Fearless go for a pick. I'm hoping he's gone B this round, which I think he has, but the B main smoke coming out from Enclave is going to completely shut him down there. But they're just going to go for a fast B push. Shaney able to take down one. Pickle's going to take down Mr. Q and Cyber. I think actually it was just 4 players towards B. The 4 pistol players were towards B. The AWP on 8. at this. JT able to take down Trouble, pushing through the smoke, leaves Fearless again, who is actually going to get taken down there. And a great round from Enclave, playing off that push really well.
Yeah, London Lynx didn't really stand much of a chance in that defensive, just getting outgunned by these AKs, outnumbered by this T side. So as they start to build their own economy, it starts to take very, very good shape. Not the best in the world, but definitely not the worst at the moment for the T's. AWP and 4 M4s come out from London Lynx, though. Fearless, of course, with the AWP buy up here. Trying to look into the B site. I think he is... no, actually, he's on the A site, actually, looking down towards the main instead. So, 5 on 5 so far. Minute and 30 still left. Early phase. Once again, back in towards this default. The T's are looking for a pick. They're in towards Sun and they're in towards Garage. Hoping to catch an overextending CT, but so far not to be the case. To kick things off.
Yeah, Enclave have taken a bit of damage so far. 54 onto Shaney. JT taking a little bit, not too much though. Not going to put him out of the round. Certainly Shaney on the AWP as well. It doesn't really matter sometimes what his HP is on. There's only one person directly on this B site now. One person in vents, and I'm not sure if Enclave will expect this. Well, they soon will, as no, but NK able to get 2 kills there. No one checking the vents for some reason, and a massive problem now for Enclave. There's one person out mid who's stuck in 2 players in B, mate. And now JT going to push out. He's going to get taken down. There goes the bomb. NK going for a 3rd, and he will. Possibly on for a 4th is Shaney. Oh, Shiki, sorry. He's going to come through the vents. Will get taken down, and NK from the vents. 4 kills by him. Fantastic.
Absolutely brilliant from NK. You couldn't have asked for a better performance from him. He caught 2 players off guard. Both of them weren't checking vents. They were looking towards Icebox and Z, and just from there, just easy spray down and shot them both out of the action. And from there, London Lynx just took control. He even got himself a 3rd and a 4th. Perfectly done from NK. Like, well and truly, well, good performance from him. That actually puts London Lynx back in the running against the T side, up against Enclave. They are now trailing by a single round and a buy up here that could force the issue away from both sides. The economy still going to get whittled down from the T side. They've got a little bit more money than London Lynx. This is, of course, a reset round for the CT side. So if they fall now, then, well, Enclave are going to be sitting very, very pretty for the rest of the half. But once again, towards this default, looking for a pick, looking for an opener. But a 2-1-2 split from London Lynx, relatively passive, will not allow the T side any early advantage.
Yeah, now what Enclave are going to do here? Looks like they are going to go for another mid. What I would like them to do is just make sure they clear this vents. Before you go out mid, you can just molly vents if you want to. There's no point in just going out mid and checking it like that, especially if you have the positioning to molly it. But it looks like they are going to be able to get out with the crisscross mid smokes again. Vents is clear. Fearless on A, misses his first shot, not like him to do so. Now, they've got to be careful. Fearless doesn't miss those second shots, though. But Charles there, he's the trade Shiki. He's going to help as well. JT lurking, got to get one. Doesn't realise the second player is on headshot. One person spotted in highway as well. Puts it into a 4 versus 2. Now, Trouble. Is he going to be able to get anything here? He needs to try and get at least one. He's going to push around, possibly get Shaney. And he will get him in the end. Does take a fair bit of damage doing so, though. Puts it into 3 versus 2. JT on the flank. And they will expect that Trouble peeking out, able to dink down JT, not able to finish it though. Mr. Q, he'd spotted out as well. On a peek into highway, and JT finished it off. A lovely 3K from the lurk by him.
A 5th round on the board for Enclave puts London Lynx in a very, very awkward spot. They can force the issue in this round, but their loss bonus has been crippled and their money is still not sitting pretty for a full buy in this case. So they will instead go for the half buy, walk off the $1,900 in the next round and try to see if they can force together something there. A little bit extra money in the bank accounts here for London Lynx. For now, not a whole lot. Hopefully a defensive that could hold together well and true, but 5.7s, the Eagles, PT50 CZ, up against the AKs, the AWP, the full sets of utility, and of course the lacking utility for London Lynx. A total of 2 smokes, 2 flashbangs, and a HE. And that's all they really have to work with. So, and needless to say, Enclave are in a very good spot for this round, looking for 6-3. Try and shut down London Lynx in their finals, and really, there isn't much the CTs can do at this point.
Yeah, I'm glad London Lynx didn't go for the force buy though, the full buy at least anyway. Because they can just buy next round based on the money they're going to get. They all had around sort of 3K-ish, and that will, some of them had above 4K. I think it was NK who also had above 5K. So buying next round will be fine for them if they do this. If they go for this sort of half fight. Pickle's going to get dinked down, does take trouble with him though. But Mr. QE going to take down 2 as Fearless takes out Pickles with the nade as well. Puts it into 2 versus 4. This is so doable now for London Lynx. But Mr. QE taking so much damage. Peeks out and gets another one. The flash going into B main. His position is known now. I'm sure NK just spotted him. And this is a round for London Lynx. Surely to give it up now would be just disastrous. I'm not sure they actually do know Shiki's there, because it seems like Fearless is just running around. They do know now, and Shiki got to get taken down at 4th round for London Lynx. And that did not look possible for them there.
Mr. Hui is amazing. That is actually a godlike style of play in checkers, taking down 2 of the CZ and connecting the 3rd with the AK-47. Great defensive from him earlier on a couple of rounds ago when he was holding down that bench position, the 4K overall, but 3K with a CZ and armor. That is amazing, and that's 3 AKs recovered by London Lynx. That's a huge amount of firepower going into the next couple of rounds if they can save it, and a huge amount of investment that is relieved off that CT side so they can start rebuilding that money. They get a head start into that. It's the T side once again. We're forced to the issue here. 3 Deagles, a CZ, a PT-50, a couple of bits of Kevlar on JT and Shiki. We'll also have a few smokes and flashbangs. Probably for a quick hit into the A-bomb side, but good counter grenades. Oh. Fearless, that landed absolutely perfectly on Shiki and Shaney, but yeah, one man will make his way on towards the site, try to play a suicide mission, try and force the rotation away as the teams make their way up through, but Cyber is holding down Highways, takes down 2, not quite the 3rd, but trouble should be there. No trouble to take him out of the action. 2 versus 4 situation, the bomb should go down on the A side, but even then, their crossfire is set, the CTs have a rotator. Trouble will catch off Shane and take him out of the action. Look for Shiki in the last man. 1 versus 4 situation. Bomb on his back and a dream in his heart, but sadly, here on Cash, same digital land, dreams don't come true. That's going to be 5-5. As London Lynx, even the scoreline.
Yeah, London Lynx doing a good job there. Not getting too baited. I thought that Enclave did a good job to try and get that person to maybe fall off mid a little bit, but Cyber, he's smart enough to know that they still can come out like that. After Shaney gets onto site there, and there's no one there to even contest him, I really would have loved for them just to adjust the strat and just get the bomb down instead of going for their usual strat. Because, I mean, as an in-game leader, you really can't just take everything with you, and Shaney just getting the 4 damage to jump into the drop. But you can't just take everything on the face, you need to adapt to what the other team is doing. Only an eco though, so it's not really a big deal, but the bomb plant would have gone a long way to help get, you know, a little bit of extra utility for the T side.
Yeah, they are looking relatively limited, not light, but only 1 full set on JT after the initial engagements. T's once again work this mid-B default. Bomb, of course, on the back of Shaney, and he is in B halls. JT and Sun, I'm hoping to catch off an overextending CT player. Oh, so far they're not able to find it, but just as I say that, Pickles shuts down Fearless, just peeks out headshot on the AWP player, and Fearless didn't even seem to see it coming. As Utility rains on through towards the B side, Molotov smokes, blinding vision, trying to push NK and his teammate into an awkward position. NK in particular looking over the gap in a smoke. This is what Trials, it seems like he does, but Shaney sees it as well and takes him straight out of the action. There's still 1 more player on the site itself to be dealing with. Trouble and Mr. Hui get themselves picks.
No.
Oh God, Pickles. That is not how you wanted that to go. Taking down Trouble, but also taking down Trials, his own teammate, a 2 versus 2 now. And it's just about favourable to London Lynx and a HP advantage, but Mr. Hui trying to make it a pick, takes down Pickles and leaves it all on Shiki, the last man alive for the T side. And Cyber will shut it down. London Lynx, very close defensive, but a solid one nonetheless.
Yeah, Pickles unfortunately killing his teammate there. I'm not sure that changed the round too much, but it certainly didn't help killing your teammate. I mean, I'm not sure if you would have been able to get Trouble on site anyway. Trouble doing a great job, just sitting on that B site, getting a couple kills, staying alive, letting his teammate rotate, and he did so much more than that as well. And now London Lynx, they've gone ahead for the first time this game.
Back in the lead for the first time. Well, you can't say back in the lead in that case, but they are in the lead for the moment.
Yeah.
6-5.
They won the pistol actually, so again, we're both double wrong. We'll just say that because they won the pistol and then won the lost the first gun round.
A 6-5 London Lynx. A 1 point lead above Enclave, and Enclave, of course, down to the pistols. Losing that round without getting that bomb plant means that their money line has been essentially broken. The rest of the CTs will wrap on through and just clean things up against the lone T-side players who don't really have a whole lot to work with. The Deagles out, could have got some headshots, but it seems like they won't be able to find anything this round. London Lynx clean sweep. The Enclave T-side, 5 players staying alive with a 7-5 scoreline in favour of London Lynx.
Yeah, London Lynx doing a fantastic job at the moment. They've really been doing good in these ecos rounds. Now, it looks like Mr. Huey picking up where Fearless is lacking this game when he's going 13-6. Shortly behind him is Trouble with 10 and 7. Oh, looking real good though. What are Enclave going to do? Looks like they are going to go towards the A site, 3 players there. And looks like they're going to go for their crisscross smokes early, but they're not actually going to go for it, which works out well for them because there's no one really on the other side of these smokes. But the problem with this A main smoke, it works perfectly for Fearless, who takes down JT to open it out. Now Enclave, they may feel a bit of a rush, a bit of adrenaline, try and get out there. That now one of their teammates has died, but they are holding steady. That flash, not going to do anything, is Fearless. Surely is Fearless, he living up to his name, goes for the 4, but denied the ace. Mr. QE and Cyber there to finish off the last 2. Wow, Fearless, just an absolute monster, doesn't miss those AWP shots.
Welcome back, Fearless. You've been gone a while, but right now you are pretty much alive here for London Lynx. That is 8-5 with the back of Fearless, just peeking in, shut down, 3K with that AWP. And that puts London Lynx on good standing for the rest of the half. It's only another round, but still, lots of money in the bank accounts for the CT side, even if the T's were able to do damage in this next round. I have a doubt they'll be able to make their way onto a round itself. And of course, that does mean that even if they were able to take 3 players, London Lynx have no problems buying down here. Fearless opens things up. AWP, second facing as the next pistol player. P250 out, looking for 1 pick, but Shaney gets a trade right back. The AWP lands another. Does get traded down by Shaney eventually, but Trouble should be able to scrap onto it. I'll take this over 2K for London Lynx's 9th.
Fearless, man. Just he never misses those shots. He's so crisp. You hardly see him whiff. It's normally just gets outplayed. But he does a good job of adapting mid-round as well. That round where we saw he got the, I think it was the 3K with the AWP just a couple rounds ago. What he did there is he got the AWP kill from MBK, then immediately moves his position. So Enclave set up the flash for quad and sight, but he's nowhere near that. He's playing on the front red position, and he's able to pick up another couple from there. He just really knows what he's doing with that AWP. Really, really well done by him, and it is 9-5 now. London Lynx just shutting down the T side of Enclave right now. Possibly going to be a 10-5 half for them, and they'd be more than happy with that, I think, especially after the start they had. They won the first 2 rounds, and it got 5 in a row, and then London Lynx just come back and just starting to decimate them. Really doesn't. Some of these rounds aren't even close.
1 minute 20 still left as the default from the T side once again comes into effect. Squeaky control, no one making their way in towards A main, but they have got players here in mid, and one of course in the sunroom. Shaney hoping to catch overextending CTs. They've tried this all half. They've hoped the London Lynx will get aggressive, but really the only way that they have gone aggressive is pushing Fearless through into A main, getting that AWP shot, shutting down that opening pit, maybe even peeking in for a second, but not greedy. London Lynx playing extremely disciplined in this half. 45 seconds still left now for Enclave to make their final push of the half. 15 rounds will be on the board. Will it be a 10-5 or a 9-6? That is the question as counter grenades come through. Fearless trying to look for that first shot on JT, but JT for the most part is staying alive. 30 seconds now. Pickles will try peek on through, but NK shuts him down first man and runs back in towards Checkers. He's been chased down by Trials, who does get the refrag back, but in the meantime, Slimer's taking down 1 more. Fearless meanwhile will get dealt with by Trials, who makes himself a 2K, but then Mr. Hui from headshot, taking down 1 head, taking down a second, and Trouble also in from Heaven, taking the 3rd kill. A 10-5 half to the favour of London Lynx.
It's just so hard to get into that site when you've got Mr. Huey going off and you've got Fearless on the other side. That's a real combo that you should be scared of. Fearless always hits his AWP shots. He's always so crisp. You know, he sometimes misses that first shot, not often though, but he never misses again. You can't give him that chance. The fact that Trials is able to take him down gives them more of a round, but Mr. Huey coming in with a nice 2K to end it. And now London Lynx going into the second half. Looks like Trouble going to go for a smoke and a flash. Not a single hit of utility or not a kit available for Enclave.
P250 dropped by Trouble for Cyber, playing raid boss here for London Lynx. They make their way into the mid position. Ooh, Fearless. Going to hear these footsteps. Takes down 1. Almost might even take the second on Pickles, but a lot of aggression coming in from the CT side, and maybe London Lynx might not be able to read it. A very good kill comes in from Trials as he drops Trouble. Gets bomb control for the CT side. The whole setup for London Lynx has fallen apart just because the aggression from the CTs has come through towards A main. But if they can recover the bomb, they can still make this work. They've turned it into a 3 versus 3, and Cyber has full control of the B side. They try to make their way up, but Pickles shuts down 1 more. It's not a bomb planter though, as NK is allowed to rotate away. He's getting out-fragged. Trials can't land his shots. A 2 versus 3 now. They're trying to cut off this bomb. They're trying to stop it from getting towards the B side, but he's running. They're running for his absolute life. NK does get shut down, so it leaves it all on Cyber. A P250 in a dream, and London Lynx just scrambling to get that B to the B bomb site. Not going to happen today. JT gets himself a 2K. and 6th round for Enclave.
Some real crisp shots coming out from all types of players there. Pickles hitting some nice shots. JT as well. Cyber getting that one out of P250. Unfortunately, Enclave set up there just perfectly countered what London Lynx were trying to do. They wanted to go one squeaky, one bomb A main, then just 3 over boost. But as soon as that bomb goes down, they have to change their plan. And they have to try and recover the bomb. Doesn't work out for them in the end. And London Lynx, because they don't get the bomb down, have to go for the force buy. Except for Fearless, who's just going to get a deep one A flash.
Fast play once again from London Lynx. Bit of a force buyout, and then they get shut down by Shiki, who opens things up, taking 2. Pickles with 1 more as well. Fearless does get a trade, but Pickles is there for a trade right back alongside Shaney, who gets himself 1 in the CT side. 7 to 10. Relatively easy there. Of course, the force buy from London Lynx, hoping for bomb plant, hoping damage, but definitely not a round that they could have won. It looks like Enclave are probably going to be making their way all the way into their conversion rounds. But an eco out for London Lynx, no armor, no utility, basic blocks. A flashbang comes out from trouble, but that's not a lot to work with.
Yeah, probably just going to be a flashbang out of A main, see if they can rush down. Maybe 4 squeaky. Yeah, it's going to be 4 squeaky and the flash. I'm guessing that's trouble. I'm hoping that's yeah, that is trouble in A main. He's going to use his flashbang to try and get these people onto the site, see if they can secure the bomb plant. It may be possible if they can get to the site, but the problem is the setup from A. There's one person, I think, directly watching Squeaky towards Highway, and that is even Evan. In fact, he's able to take down 1, but he's going to get traded almost immediately, and that will secure the bomb plant. And this is exactly what London Lynx needed. Trouble able to dig down Shaney as well. Still, I don't think London Lynx will be able to convert this round, but oh, finally Shaney gets taken down there. Yeah, there we go. The kill should start rolling in now. Shiki with this M4. Against 3 Glock players. The Molotov going into default will force the player out. They do peek out and do a fair bit of damage, but the JT, hey mate, he's going to get taken down. It's put into a 2 versus 1. There's no way they can win this, surely. It's a full eco for them. Shaney doesn't actually have a kit. I think the round might be over. London Lynx going to win a full eco.
That is not how they should have done that. But super disciplined when London Lynx got onto the site. They held back. They tried taking some extra peeks and picks. They managed to get their first kill, but the moment they got the man advantage, they held back in towards quad, back into default, holding out on the red box, just making sure that the CETs didn't have the jump on them. And when they did, they traded effectively. They got it to 1 versus 1, and they had Mr. Hui, of course, in quad. So when the final peek came on through, got the dink, got the face, got the kill, and got the 11th for London Lynx. For Enclave, this is just fallen apart so tragically. They're down to a force buy, of course. They have still got some money in the reserves, but it can't get that 3rd conversion, means that their money lines are going to be pretty balked after this one, with the M4s coming out, the FAMAS and the 5.7. Not looking good here, and also very limited on utility.
Yeah, Enclave in a really tough spot right now. 1 person boosted in vents, and got another one on highway. Going to be really tough for them to try and do anything. London Lynx, you know, not really losing to these force buys we've seen today anyway. I just still can't believe that Enclave just give away that eco, and now JT just needs to fall back there. He gets 1 kill. There's no need to go for the 2nd. Gives his life away, puts it into a 4 versus 4, and back into the advantage of the T side. Does do a fair bit of damage to Fearless, but again, Shiki's only on a 5.7, and that's not the greatest. Now it looks like London Lynx are adjusting back towards B, which would be the correct call. There is only 1 person here. And they enter this site without taking any damage. That's what they need to try and do at least anyway. Really wish it would change for them. But Trials does come through the vents, but unfortunately it does not matter. Shaney drops on the site. Shiki able to trade it, puts it into a 2 versus 2. Kit available for Pickers as well. This is certainly a round that the counter-terrorists can win. Now, only a flash and a smoke available. There goes Mr. Huey on site, but Fearless, he's still alive. We know how good he is in these clutches. Position is known now. Smoke available for Pickles. If he wants to smoke this B main, he certainly can. And Fearless going to peek out, not able to finish the round, and Enclave needed that round. They are able to reset the economy of London Lynx. At what cost, though, is the problem.
Quite a decent cost at their own right. And a force buy can still coming from London Lynx. Charles can drop a few rifles. I think maybe an SMG and get himself an AK. Maybe even just go for a couple of SMGs and go for a Galil, maybe something like that. We'll buy down the AK. Kevlar helmet. Deagle's out. upgrades on the pistols. We've seen this more and more in CS as of late. This one player forcing onto rifles and pistols only to back it up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's most effective when it comes into a rush and the CTs can't get the early damage, or even able to come on through, and just like that, JT lines up 3. Can't quite get the 4th because Fearless has got a deagle, but it's still a 2 versus 3 to the favour of Enclave, and they have lost all the armour for London Lynx. Trouble and Fearless on 142 HP, but no Kevlar, no helmet, 2 flashbangs on a utility. These M4 should have absolutely no troubles ripping on through towards this T defensive.
They are going to be able to get the bomb down, which is super important for them right now. May not be able to convert the round, but I said that last time and they were. And especially if they've got upgraded weapons here, it would not surprise me if they are able to win this round. But Fearless probably going to take a lot of damage here. Trouble does get 1. He's into a 2 versus 1. Will get taken down. The armor not helping him in that situation. It goes 11-9, still in the favour of London Lynx. And again, Enclave taking a lot of damage in this round.
And when you're going for a setup like that, you have to get something tangible out of this round. I'm not 100% sure if they actually managed to find it on the Lynx. They got 3 kills, sure, and of course when you consider that the fact that they managed to have most of their players on pistols, that's something as well. But well, I mean, actually, I take that back actually, because when you take a look at the economy of the CT side, they got only very little, like less than $1,000 on the richest player. And for London Lynx, they have a buyback in this round. The AWP coming into play on Fearless, the 4 AKs, and if they can find a frag right here, if they can find themselves around, then that damage may not be for naught, and that force black would have worked out well for Mr. Hui in particular. So 11-9, 2 rounds difference between the 2 teams. CT's desperately trying to find that opening and pick that aggressive style that Enclave play, and London Lynx will just hold back in towards this default. Sunroom and B-Halls once again. 2 players on the boost spot. Could actually boost one or the other up onto the middle area, but so far not to be. London Lynx are playing disciplined. They're waiting for their opportunity.
London Lynx now going for a B main smoke, taking a little bit more map control. I'm not sure if it's going to be their end result towards B though. They have forced to rotate from A to B though. 1 person in heaven and 2 on this site. Oh, and NK, a lovely shot into Shiki through the smoke. I'm not sure if that will still be a commitment for London Lynx. It does look like they will commit now. They've still got plenty of utility to use. But no, Mr. Hugh in an awful position there. Gets taken down by Charles. I'm not sure he realised the smoke was fading, that his position was so open to the site. Puts it into a 4 versus 4 now. And London Lynx are certainly going to commit to this B site. They've got to now. As it looks like they are going for it. The smoke going into CT. A lovely shot by Cyber onto Trials now. And JT on the headshot alone. He takes out his knife. No, that's a problem now. Cyber going to get taken down as well. 2 kills there from JT. Perfect for him. Puts it into a 2 versus 2. But the flank coming out from the player in heaven. But JT's gotten himself into a fantastic position. Pickles needs to get this kill in heaven. And look at this from JT, just hiding in the smokes. Possibly going to take down Fearless as well. Will take him down. And picked up the AWP as well. Will take it down. Lovely from JT. Hiding in headshot. Take down the player who has his knife out and picks up a 3K. Or 4K, sorry. And Enclave, they're crawling back into this right now.
JT, super disciplined on the site, waiting a very risky move in the smoke, but he got himself the pick, he got himself the AWP, and that's a risk of its own right in a retake scenario of that kind of a caliber. London Lynx didn't have the bomb now, but they had control of the site. He just managed to find that flick, perfectly played from the CT man, and now it's London Lynx down to a basic eco. The Deagles out the Glocks. They're going to try and force the issue in this round. Another eco win would be huge for them, but it's getting shut down this time. No problems here for the CT side. Miss Louis does get a nice flick, but that's all they will find as they just get absolutely decimated by the Enclave CT defensive, and even the score up to 11-11. So once again, Cash is looking to be a very, very close map.
Yeah, it looks like it is going to be closer than Inferno. I mean, London Lynx looking a bit scared on their T side right now. Enclave, the superior aim is just absolutely saving them well. And plays like that, JT just playing off his teammates. Realised that both his teammates had died. They are free towards B. Plays off that well. He knows he's played it a lot. He's clearly a very veteran player. And now it looks like Enclave are just going to completely give up mid. And I think they are going for a shroud boost as well. As London Lynx are going towards A, it's going to be a perfect setup for that. But the problem is, giving up mid does allow the possibility of a flank towards highway onto A. And I think that's maybe what's going to happen. A split towards A here. Trouble in Squeaky. Got the bomb. Also into vents by Cyber, trying to hold off any rotates. But now the CTs, they're starting to read this really well because they've got a player into Sunroom as well. They need to rotate as many players towards the A site as they can quickly. Shiki alone with the UMP and the boost player. Got to naught there as the highway. taken out. It's perfect. Cyber, Mr. Huey doing so good. Shiki with one, possibly going to go for a second. Nope, NK denies that now. JT is going to get a second kill for his team, but Fearless in A main will take down Trials, puts it into a 1 versus 3. JT, his team's economy is not great. I'd rather he would save this now. But Mr. Huey not even watching Highway. The trade will come in instantly though for trouble, and that puts it into a 12-11 lead for London Lynx.
Clawing it back, absolutely flawless on this push. It was only Shiki the man that gave them any trouble whatsoever. A 1 versus 3 situation with JT, of course, with Fearless shutting down that lone player on the flank. Not the best situation for Enclave to be on. A half buy in this round, of course, money line. Not looking good. The loss bonus reset. CZ's 5-7s and a deagle out. The CTs, it would be nice for them to find themselves a mystery round, a miracle, if you will say, but in this case, it is very, very unlikely. London Lynx having 4 AKs, 1 AWP. Not sure how well the economy has been built, but imagine for the T side, it might start getting very, very good here. They are making their way in towards mid, which is great for the CTs, actually, because they are set up for the mid control. They're set up to crossfire this down. If they have a couple of flashbangs, if they flash and peek, then this could end up being very disastrous for London Lynx.
For some reason, the bomb is dropped in the open as well. It's not a bad idea considering that. Well, it's not an idea. I think it must have been a mistake, but it's not bad for them right now, as there's no one peeking from the CTs. But it looks like they are going to go for a retake mid as soon as they hear some sort of noise. I'm waiting for that flash on A, and there it goes. No one getting blinded though, but oh my god, there goes Cyber, and the bomb's down in mid. This is what I'm saying. They dropped the bomb and did not pick it up, and Sheik going to take down Trouble on the A side. This is not what the T side needed to do. Fearless doesn't kill him as well. Pickles dropped to 10 HP. I think that is that nade is surely going to. Yeah, the nade takes him down, puts it into a 4 versus 3 now. And this is a problem. AK's picked up as well for the CTs. 30 seconds left. They need to try and retake it. NK not going to be able to get boosted into the vents. He's pretty much useless in this position right now. Mr. Huey dropped a super low HP. Fearless also, JT taking him down, and this is a round over. London Lynx have surely lost this. There we go. Trials taking down Mr. Huey, puts it into a 3 versus 1. And now NK in a really tough position, picking up the AWP, and is going to save. Because they threw that bomb randomly in mid there, they lost that round. That is a massive problem for them, and mistakes that should not be made.
One key misplay. NK will get the exit on Trials, but they won't be too fussed about that. Enclave had very little to work with, and a pause has to come through from London Lynx because, I mean, they've got to talk about that particular mistake because it really was a case that only one mistake was the reason why they lost it. A great counter tactic from the CT side, flashing their way in, you know, stacking their way in towards Z and Highway, and they had that one player back towards A that also covered off the backstab from the player that made his way in from main. And you know, it seemed like it was the perfect setup from the CT side to shut the whole thing down, and that's perfect for them because that's rifles recovered, that's economy that starts to get built up back once again, and London Lynx have very little to work with in this round. They're going to be talking buy strategy. They're going to be talking about stupid mistakes like that. They're going to be talking about, you know, what they're going to do for the next few rounds because right now they are on their last legs. And at this kind of scoreline, at 12-12, when we are like a few points away from a match point or potentially a bat point for Enclave, London Lynx really don't want to concede it this far.
No, I mean, such a small mistake like that as well is so weird to think that it costed them. Because I don't think they even realised. A couple of them have gone into vents and dropped down before they realised. And then by that time, Enclave just absolutely surrounded mid. They'd noticed London Lynx have a sort of a preference to try and take mid control. They do it quite slow. That flash from A site didn't really do anything, but still, they got the kills off it. They won the round. And I mean, they needed a miracle round and they got it just there.
AWP on Fearless, glass cannon. NK with the Kevlar helmet and the Deagles on 3 players. London Lynx have a plan. They got a smoke for Cyber, probably smoking off the tree cross. Look at the counter boost. The CTs are so ready to push this one down. They're getting aggressive because they know that they can. It's all on Shaney. And Fearless actually does open the B side. That's a very crucial kill on. Counter rotations will come through from the CTs. The bomb will get planted. A 4-on-3. This should be relatively doable. I'm not going to count them out just yet. They've got a double AWP in play on London Lynx, sure. But let's see what they can do with it. They've got to try and find these 1D shots these AWPs need to land, because the M4s, the AKs will be able to rip straight through the players because there is no armor. JT and Pickles, 2 picks back. Fearless trans back on towards Cheeky, but Trial makes his way on site, takes down Mr. Hui. Travel and comes back with 1 more, and it's all on JT. Crossfire locked with the AWPs. He's trying to make his way, he's trying to break it, and Fearless ends things off with a 3K. London Lynx managed to pull off the absolute impossible. And Enclave.
One AWP.
Now
That took
forced.
1 AWP to do that, to completely shatter the defense of Enclave. Leaving Shaney on the site alone, that's fine, but you need to have someone who can rotate quickly. There was no one even close to that, and Shaney doesn't get the kill, he goes down. In that situation, he needs to get the kill, and it maybe would have been a round for Enclave there. But double AWP setup picked up for London Lynx in that round as well. I mean, it possibly could get them to match point on this.
Totally plausible, considering the CTs have pretty much the exact same issue on their hands. They need to try and find just as good of a round. No warp this time. 5-7s, 3 sets of Kevlar. They have got the counter boost from Shiki, who could peek down, catch off Fearless, which would be great, but I think they more want to focus on finding trouble in. He's got an AWP, and he is looking down towards B halls, trying to catch off anyone he can, and he overextending CT, which so far Enclave haven't been too keen on going for the aggression. A minute still left to go here. And Shiki still on top of that counter boost spot. London Lynx will slowly make their way back around. This is perfect because they're not giving away any information whatsoever. Shiki is still here, could still start with the backstab. They're actually going to stack the A sides. This bomb probably going to go down on B. Not the best round from Enclave. I have doubts they'll be able to make it work. The backstab will come through from Shiki, but they're going to realise effectively that it is the B site push coming in from London Lynx. The bomb will go down. Trial, Shaney, JT, Cheeky Pickles, what can you do from your instance? What can you do on this retake?
They've got 1 flash to go for this retake. It wouldn't surprise me if they just use that flash over heaven. Smoke going out as well. I expect the flash to come from Shiki any time now. Just flash over heaven. There we go. All these players are blind. They may be able to get out of there. JT getting the first kill as well. The problem is the USP not able to do much here. Puts it into a 2 versus 3. Not really doable right now for the CTs. JT able to get an AK, but he's going to kill 1. He doesn't realise there's a player under heaven now. And Shiki not able to finish it off. 14-12. London Lynx may just close this out in 2.
Oh my god, Enclave. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Wait, what to make of that one? Well, it was very, very close, you know. Like you can't take too much away from that round because Enclave only had basic pistols. They had 3 5.7s at best, and those 3 players had the armor. They had the flashbang, they had the smoke. But honestly, Enclave doing damage, I think, at the best is all right for the moment. What they need to do is try and break London Lynx. Both teams' economies have been extremely poor at the moment in time. So if they can manage to do enough damage, if they can manage to take some more players away in this next round with the current half-buy, quasi-buy they've got in play, then I think that maybe they may be able to force the issue together for overtime. They'll have to do 3 rounds in a row, a rifle round after this next run. London Lynx in the default, going to try to see if they can avoid losing players, and that will be the very last thing they want to do here against Enclave.
Yeah, I think what Enclave may want to try and do is just see if they can isolate one of the 2 AWPs. I'm not sure if they still know there's 2 AWPs out, but if they could just pick up 1 and save it into the next round, that's going to be so beneficial for them. So Trouble and Fearless need to keep it close to their chest. They cannot be giving away their kills right now. Any weapon picked up right now for Enclave is going to help them a lot. Their economy is so damaged. But again, like you said, London Lynx, they take any damage this round, it's going to be a real trouble for them. And, well, we've said it before, but Enclave need a magical round. They need this miracle to go their way. And there we go, Fearless peeking at the wrong time. Shiki just catching him off, perfect kill. But then again, they go towards the B, and there's only 1 person here. Is a fast rotate coming in, though. Shiki just coming in, and Shaney taking down 1. It's going to get... There's no way, there's no way! 4 versus 1 now, NK. He's in a real predicament. The miracle is happening. There's no such thing as the caster's curse. There's only the caster's miracle. As again, we predict it. We say the miracle is going to happen. Well, we didn't really predict it. But London Lynx, the economy's broken for them. This may get Enclave at least even. This is got to have guaranteed Enclave even.
Shiki managed to win Ice Series for Vex with a 5.7 in armor. And right now, he may have just done the same for Enclave, or at the very least save them a couple rounds. AWP and the Deagles coming out for the T side. London Lynx.
If they lose this round though, that could be the game right there. They've vested all their money into this. That will get Enclave to 14 and may get them to 15 as well. They're in a real tough spot, London.
Needless to say, in towards this B setup, all 5 players in halls, London Lynx will have a little bit of utility to work with. 3 smokes, a flashbang, a Molotov. Here they come, Fearless peeking in, trying to find the opener. There's players on the site itself, but JT holding back in checkers, waiting for his chance to get catch Fearless off, and indeed he does. Shuts down a headshot, looks back in towards Hall, trying to get those through. 3 kills rolling on through for Trials, who makes it a 3rd overall, dropping the bomb, and London Lynx fall to pieces. Trouble N, AWP gets a no-scope on JT, but now needs to find 4 more, and they know exactly where he's holding from. Gets a 2nd flick, and maybe even a 3rd, but now Shaney and Co have locked out the site. It's all on to the last man, Trouble N, with an ace clutch, a 1 versus 5 to try and put London Lynx back in the running for that map point. Trying to peek in, trying to find anything he can. He's running out of time though. And I think this one is over. Bomb down, Trials waiting. He will peek into the crossfire of Shaney as well, who has got the AWP. And yeah, flashbangs out, trying to challenge. We'll get that kill, but 4K for Trials. Well held from the Enclave side. That's 14 to 14. Next round goes to map point.
That is just incredible. London investing everything they had into that round. Now I hope they go for the eco. They're only 1 round away. It's not a big deal. It's a flash and a smoke, maybe to just try and get the bomb down, a Molotov as well. I assume it's just going to be used to get the bomb down, but it is not looking good for London Lynx at all. Even if they get the bomb down this round, it's going to be a super poor buy for them. But last time they did this strat with 5 Glocks, they won. So, I mean, I don't know what's been happening in this game, even though I've watched it the entire time. There's been so many force buy wins, so many eco wins. Who knows what's going to happen? But it's going to be the same strat. A flash out of A main, I assume a car smoke as well.
Oh, it's on BK. That's a massacre. Crossfire set. And a 15th round will be on the board for Enclave. London Lynx doing what they could in the situation. But Enclave are now on the verge of taking us to map 3. AK's coming out. UMP for Trouble N. London Lynx, what can you do? You have 1 round to find to go to overtime. Else Enclave will go to map 3 here on Cash.
Not looking great. Phillips not on the AWP as well. That's especially where you want him. Trouble forced onto the UMP. I believe he's been their best player this game. And again, though, Enclave giving up mid. Not a big fan of this. I do see why they're doing it though, because the free push beat, that may work out well perfectly for them. If they continue to push it, there's going to be no one to hold them back. But the problem is, if London Lynx start to go up highway, they are going to be in serious trouble. But this round, such a round to go for it as well, Enclave. Just playing off the sort of doubt. And they're scared. Well, I'm sure London Lynx are quite scared right now. They have the lead and they've just given it up. They really don't want to let this go to map 3. They want to try and keep it on map 2. But then again, Pickles flank around, takes down 1. London Lynx are going to go towards A though, but there is 3 players here. Well, 2 towards Cup. They aren't going to get a single one. Sheiky with 2. Janey going to chime in as well, and it's all over. Trouble 1 versus 5 in Squeaky, and the map will go to Enclave unless Trouble can do something. He's got 40 seconds left. He's got a UMP as well. I don't know what he can do here.
This one's over. There's no way he can make this work. A great backstab. And JT to tap his head off, close the map out.